Boruto Chapter 75 just came out, and I gotta say, I'm still as hyped as I was when I initially read the leak for this chapter. This chapter is very exciting to see because Boruto manga has been so damn dry lately, but now that we're getting info about who the other Suki are, how Daemon and Ida came into power, how the vision of Momoshiki all came clashing with just one particular chapter, and it actually reignited fuel for the Boruto fan base and myself as well. So let's get into it. I think it was pretty damn cool and funny at the same time how Amanda was kind of setting up the or Shikamaru, I believe, he was setting up the scene of how Ida Daemon had these powers. He was playing them in great detail, and that gives Kawaki the great idea to actually test out if Daemon can actually reflect the damage. At the moment he even thought about clobbering him, he immediately gets just smacked away. And of course, Daemon being the kid he is, he just laughed it off. He was like, "You trying to hurt me?" Like after you heard the warning for Shikamaru, and you still trying to defy me, even though I'm clearly the strongest. I'm the number uno. And for Naruto, he's completely baffled that these people are mere children, and they're so damn strong because Ida, she's only 16 years old, and I'm guessing Ida or Daemon, they haven't trained, and I'm and the fact that they're already this strong, like they literally had the genetic trait of being born lucky, and I mean that quite literally because they've been given DNA of the Suzuki, and that granted them these amazing powers. And the thing is, like, this guy Shibai, that man is so damn strong for what Amado is telling him. Like the fact that he could do the things that he do is like the fact that they're calling him a god compared to someone like Momoshiki, Kenshiki, or even Kaguya. Like they compare, or even Ishiki, they're comparing Shibai at a much greater scale than the other Suzuki members that we have seen. Like what the current Suzuki that are alive, they are nothing compared to this man. Because literally, when Amanda was praising this man, he was saying how when he would wipe his hand, like a whole thunderstorm, wind, all these things would occur without even having to do hand sign, no special ritual or any of that. It was just breathing air. It was just still so damn easy for him. And I really wish we get a more a backstory on him because I really want to see his action, his powers in action. Now, obviously, I don't think that's going to happen because I think if he was to come in Boruto, it just game over. Like it will reveal that he is alive. It's game over. Like no one is to beat that man. I promise you that. Like there's no way Code, Daemon, or Ida, especially Daemon and Ida, they cannot defeat that man because their powers only work on Suzuki related people. More so on Ida's part, but you get what I mean. But the fact that we actually see that we have that character revealed, and somehow he died. It would kind of surprise me because, like, it really hurt for me to believe that guy managed to die because that guy, he was being praised so heavily about Armando and compared to the other gods. Like he actually saw him as the actual god compared to Ashiki, Momoshiki, Kenshiki, Kaguya. He actually saw him as an actual god. So for him to die, it really surprises me because I mean, how does someone that damn strong actually manage to pass away? But Amanda had the theory that maybe he was too damn strong that he managed to pass on to another dimension on a far greater scale that we could ever perceive of. Like our peasant eyes is too much for this man to perceive what he actually going to be able to do. And I just can't wait to see how. Cause I'm pretty sure we are going to get mention of the Shibai guy once again. Cause this guy, he's just too damn interesting to not know more about, and there's no way, this chapter is going to be one and done situation with this Dubai character. But regardless, the fact that we actually see that Naruto is he just so confused about the Shibai character, how he doesn't want to even think about that at the current moment. He just wants to think about the situation with Code, Daemon, and Ida, and particularly when Momoshiki came back into the fold. Apparently, since Boruto got revived, their situation are starting to become intertwined, and they're starting to start having thought cross into each other. And it's very interesting to see that because when Momoshiki was saying how while he's not that strong compared to the Ashibai character, he knows every Shinjutsu that is available. He knows everything apparently. He's like the Orochimaru of Suki. There's nothing that doesn't escape him. And for him to say that Ida is not a Senjutsu, he actually has no clue where that could have possibly came from. I actually do wonder how Ida actually got that ability, because it really doesn't make too much. It really doesn't make too much sense for a Suki member to have that ability in particular. Because the ability to attract anyone, that's too OP. Even for a Suki, that is way too OP. Because I mean, again, you can entrap anyone on multiple planets. You know how easy it would be to conquer planet after planet with just that singular ability. It would be game over for the universe, really. I mean, if those gods were actually serious, for the people who had that ability, it would be game over. There's no debate about it. But back to the main track where I'm talking about Momoshiki. Momoshiki, it's very interesting how he seemed incredibly salty that Boruto not giving in to the pressure yet. He's still incredibly salty. He cannot revive. And meanwhile, while he's letting Boruto rag on about him, we see that Boruto, in the middle of his sentence, he actually had a flash forward about the time skip, presumably, that there's a conflict between Kawaki, not Momoshiki, between Miki and Kawaki and Sarada. And apparently, Shikadai and Miki, they're pissed at what Kawaki did. And Kawaki did, he looks like a fiend when we get that shot of him. He looks so damn badass. He looks really hype, but I can't really wait to see what's gonna actually occur for Boruto and the others to actually have that reaction. Because for Kawaki to actually have that I don't give a fuck kind of look, I just can't wait to see how that's gonna occur. Because Kawaki, he just really started to seem really cool and really, started to be a little out of it lately. Cause I noticed that he's not really that. He's really starting to get a little bit worried, especially with Momoshiki. Because again, Momoshiki, he doesn't want to tangle with Kawaki, because Kawaki's abilities are a little bit too strong, especially with the shrinking ability. But regardless, I need to get back to what I was saying about Amando. Amando's daughter, I didn't think it was pretty sad, and it's sad, but also evil as fuck. Because what he did, the fact that he actually managed to preserve his daughter's brain, you're doing all of this just to be able to bring your daughter back. Which again, I mean, I understand. I understand that you want to give your child a second life after she had an unfair disease or whatever. I understand that, but the fact that you're willing to go this far just to sacrifice people, the fact that he said that he was going so damn heavy on trying to recreate his daughter Akibi, I don't know her name, but regardless, you get my point. The fact that she was going so damn hard on trying to revive her, and when she made a clone of her, it looked like her, but it did not have her personality. It just had the memories inside of her, but it did not have her personality. And that's when Jigen came to him, promised him to the moon that he was going to bring his daughter back, no problem. Whether or not Jigen was lying or not, I can't see for sure, but I do think Jigen was obviously taking advantage of Amando's sadness and loneliness of being by himself and not being able to hug his daughter again, all that stuff. But obviously, I don't think Jigen was ever going to revive his daughter. I don't think that. I think he was just doing a double cross. I think he was just doing a double cross Amando when the time comes when he finally became reborn as a Shiki. But the fact that he said that what's the point of working under a Shiki if the planet is gonna be gone? That is what really triggers me, because it's the fact that if the planet is gone, that is what triggers him. It's not the fact that multiple kids are dying. It's the fact that the planet itself is gonna die. Like he doesn't even seem to care that multiple kids are being sacrificed for karma to actually be available. Yeah, that like it's just the karma itself that he really wants. He doesn't really care how many what the means is to get to it. Obviously, besides the planet dying, and I don't know. I just don't really like that mindset of Amando, because it kind of overdoing it a bit, in my opinion. But the fact that Shikamaru actually had the audacity to ask Ida if it was true, and if he actually had a real daughter, and of course Amando's pissed because that's like dumping on his daughter's memory. But I mean, I can't really blame Shikamaru, because Shikamaru, he is such a wise guy, because I mean, you cannot with situations like this, with situations as bad as this, you cannot let emotion judge your. You can't let emotion cloud your judgment. And with Amando, he has lied in the past. He has done some really scummy things in the past, and so I don't blame Shikamaru for not actually being able to trust him. Because I mean, while yes, he does have a daughter, but he has done so many heinous things throughout the years, how many years this experiment of getting karma to actually work, how many years this to get this to occur, and for this, I think it was completely warranted for Shikamaru to actually be this trouble. But of course, Ida confirms it's true, and then we just see it how Amando just trying to he implanted the DNA, the data of Akibi, of his daughter, into Kawaki's karma, and the plan is to actually get Kawaki to implant karma into a clone of the daughter, just so she could be reborn again. Whether or not that will work, I don't know. It's hard to say for sure, but I don't know. I feel like even if the daughter were to be revived, she wouldn't like the means it took to revive her. Because if she actually found out the truth, if she ever does come back to life, she would not like it. And I mean, I can't really blame her, because again, the fact that you did what you did, it's gonna weigh on her mind, and I just don't really think it will be worth it in the grand scheme of things. But hey, I'm not a Mondo conscious. I'm not his lawyer or whatever. But so we just gotta have to see where all that stuff goes. But with the last panel of Boruto seems so damn shocked on what he witnessed. Obviously, is Momoshiki Byakugan seeing the future, but he just seems so stunned because it just came out of nowhere. It really surprised all of us. And I just wonder to see I just wanted to see if Boruto's gonna take action to avoid that future, or that future just gonna happen no matter what. 'Cause I always wonder how that's gonna play out, because with the future, it's hard to say how this works in Boruto, whether or not the future is set in stone, or is it possible to change the future if you really work hard enough. I can't say either way, but I'm just curious to see. I'm just curious to see how the writer will take the path of changing the future. Now we know what the future looks like. But regardless, this chapter was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, this chapter was great. But I want to see your thoughts about this chapter as a whole. What do you think about Amando's motive? What do you think about Ida Daemon having the power of a god, basically? What do you think about the Suki god? And what's your favorite moment in this chapter? I would love to know all of that in the comments below. But otherwise, I'll see you guys on next.